Yes. Oh, we've just started. Jesus. We just started. We're just starting. Alright, so okay. It's already afternoon. After one if I'm not mistaken, and we were really set. We were just set here. And we're just starting now. So if you're just joining now, here we start. Like we're just starting. We just started. Okay, so guys, we were set again, as I said, for another live stream session. A better one at that, and we have a lot to talk about today. I okay. At first, most of you might have seen what is on the thumbnail, and it kind of that's what we're going to talk about. And before we start, I will kind of introduce the speaking with, and then before that, but we have things that we normally do before we kickstart, like into before we get into, or let's say before we get mainly to what we're already doing today. We have few things. We have a lot of things that we usually do. So okay, firstly is more of welcoming, so an introduction, because as so most people this may be their first time of seeing us. So of course we're expecting new audience, new viewers. So definitely we're gonna be doing introduction daily, and it helps. Do you get? So firstly, I'm to welcome you guys. So if you're just joining, if you're still planning to join, if you're still considering of joining, anything you're doing, you got that. And anyways, let's just say that you're going to definitely join. So let's just keep your, what's it called, your greetings here. So when you just join, you just stick it. You get? So anyways, I'm using this medium to welcome every single person, new audience, returning viewers, actively participating audience, or because for a while now we've been streaming and we have audience already, and we have people that is not only viewing but actively participate. So that's why we said actively participating audience. So you all are all welcome, and you all presence is being regarded very much. Okay guys, so that's for that. That's for welcoming. And I said whatever viewer that you're already get it, and your presence here, I don't know, is not taken for granted, and is going to watch your time. That's another thing. And if we're already getting to, okay, the next stop is, okay, my name, most of you people know me already. And if I'm to do that again, this we have graphics by name. And what we're really doing, because we often see it, so that maybe for first time viewers they will get alongside with us and still join us together already, because most of them are going to be stuck like, what is these people doing? So I said before you do have graphics. And sorry, if you're just joining, you're not taking for granted. Regard that we just finished recommending viewers. So if you're just joining, the same greetings is applicable to you, like it's still going to over you, it's still going to you, I mean to say. Okay, I was like introducing myself before I interrupted myself as well. Okay, I said this UF graphics, and more like what we're already doing, or what we've been doing, because we've been on this platform for a while, and we've been doing a particular thing. And what's that particular thing that is really helpful? Because we're here to create value, and we're here to help. We're not here to waste time. Do you get? So if we were to persist on that, we're really touching, or let's just say we were emphasizing on the matter that says life after school, the brutal truth. Every student, young adult, undergraduate student should know. Do you get? So it's more like something that is very, very powerful, important, and necessary, that young adult gets to know, not just an information. Do you get? It's just something that requires a lot of practicals, a lot of information, a lot of guidelines, a lot of blueprints, like giving them step by step hints, ideas to actually figure this out, because this thing is something that has to do with life, because it's their life after school. Mind you, school is not doing this, school is not talking about it, nobody is talking about it. And this thing in question was talking about life after school. It has a lot to play, like in the matter of student life, in their outcome, in their becoming. Do you get? This just more like maybe when they have graduated, outside life we mean. That's what we're really emphasizing on, how they should prepare, because there must be a preparation first, because you cannot just prepare for a war front on, I don't know, on the battlefield. Is no. So you ought to prepare. And this is why we're emphasizing on young and undergraduate students, because they are not yet on the war front, they are still in school. So they ought to prepare for it now. They are still in school, so as not to be a victim, or anything that looks like that, so as to have the appropriate knowledge. And do you get? So if you're just joining, I, you got the fact, and you're not taking for granted, thanks for joining. If you're just joining, maybe you just share your country flag and we'll hype your country. That's what we usually do. And I guess most of our audience are still going to join and they're going to do the same. So if you're here already, share your country flag, let's hype it, then we'll proceed. All right, so the floor is open for that. All right, guys, so that's for that. And I was saying something about this student life and life after school was talking about. It really needs to be emphasized a lot on, so that they are not going to be victims. We don't want them to be frustrated, because it have affected a lot of people already. A lot of people are being victim of it, so we don't want more of that. And I saw that saying that people normally say school is a scam. If you're just joining, our rule or our law is just that you're going to drop your, what's it called, your country flag. We're going to celebrate your country, we're going to hype it. Any country that you're currently residing, you just drop the flag. That's what we're often doing here. And if this is your first time of seeing it, the floor is open, so you can just do that, and we'll quickly do that, then we move on. So it's open for that. I was saying something, I said it's more like life after school matters, and it really is important, because if we neglect it, and the truth of the matter is that people are not even talking about it. Have you seen this? People are just talking about motivation, hyping people, but this is the root of failure in the life of young adult, because it's not all about making good grades. Do you get? It's not. If you're just joining, let me emphasize again. Okay, we normally do this. If you just join, yeah, greetings, I greet you. English, I greet you. I said country flag, country flag, country flag. You can just drop. We normally do this. So if you just join, you just drop your country flag. Then we'll be like, so country. We'll hype you. I'll be like, we love the country. That kind of a thing now to be fun, and then we'll just move ahead. We kind of proceed. So that's what we usually do. And if this is your first time of seeing us, actively participate. I don't know, just queue into the rule. Do you get? So just queue into the rule. So that's it. I was saying something before now. I said, yeah. Anyways, English. What will I do? How will I celebrate English? Like, I just need the country flag. I just hope you get. Do you get? Just the country flag. Then tell us the name of your country. That's what I'm speaking actually. I'm speaking English. Undergraduate student, a Nigerian student. I'm speaking English actually now, like currently. Do you get? And that's what I've been speaking. And all my stream sections is just English. And peradventure you're not hearing it. Maybe after the live stream session, because we have transition. Like, no, like, what's it called? Transition. Yeah, we translate. Yeah, we translate the language to French. So if you're not hearing English, that means you're going to check the stream after we're done streaming, because we will just change the language. That's what we usually do. So thanks for joining anyway. So we're more like proceeding. So I said this is okay for the sake of people that just joined. This UF graphics by name, and we're really talking about the matter that's it. The brutal truth, get it? The brutal truth, life after school. Are you ready, student? And that means, I don't know if it sounds, I don't know, too fast. Let me still bring it down. It's just more about life after school. Okay, okay. I'm from Nigeria, precisely. Nigeria. You know Nigeria now, you know Nigerians. Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm one of the students there. Most of you know me already. My audience have not yet joined. I have some funny audience. If they just join now, they will start giving me wahala, but I just hope they join late. By then, I'm getting off, like I'm rounding up with my tutorials today. Anyways, I'm from Nigeria. What about you? Like, which country are you from? Share your country flag. Let's proceed. Okay. We're still waiting for your replies. Which country are you from? I am from Nigeria. I am Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian citizen. Alright, just tell us yours. Okay. Still waiting for that. Let's proceed. So I was saying something that was directed to students. We said this is their life. We really need to talk about. And under that, let me not emphasize bore you with too much talk. Under that, most of it that have been following us for a while now has been actually been impacted, because our aim here is to just inculcate knowledge to students, to open their eyes, not to put fear, but to make them see what they are not seeing, what school is not even teaching them, because school is not even expected to do that. School is not structured to do that. Do you get? This is more like reality, what real life brings, what real life holds. Wow, wow, wow. Cameroon. Hmm. We said in one of our stream section, it's gonna come, or let's just say, it's gonna be a time we're going to start visiting countries to teach young adults about life after school. So most times, or let's just say, once in a while, we're going to be in Cameroon. We're going to be in Cameroon. Just in particular, it's going to, I don't know, it's going to be fun anyways. Anytime we're going to start that, it's going to be a change, country to country, teaching young adults. So definitely we're going to still happen to come to Cameroon. And if you still remain with us, we may happen to see you, and we're going to give you cookies. I don't know, because that's what we're going to start bringing anytime we're going to start visiting. Okay, so that's it. Anyways, thanks for joining, and thanks for telling us your location. Okay, you can also do that. You can share our links. You want your people to get along. Okay, that's just more like as I said, we are all on social media handle like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, UF graphics, and all like just like everything that was doing on those platforms is to actually teach. Do you get? And a kind of life after school. Most of them can easily join, and even getting, because we also have a community on WhatsApp. I don't know, most of you know WhatsApp. How are very every kind. Okay, greetings. Thanks for joining. Okay, I was saying something about something that said I want our people to get along. So I'm referring to you particularly, and I said, oh, we have social media handles, and you can connect with us there. Then we'll now bring you to our WhatsApp, because we have a community that we're really training youths, young adults, vital. What's it called? Like future audience. No, what's it called? Future. I don't know, future successful people. So we more like have a group platform that we're teaching, yeah, on what's it called, on WhatsApp, sorry, a kind of community where we talk real. So you can also get to connect with us. Then we'll land to our group, so we'll communicate better. And that's a nice suggestion. If you can do that, it's fine, not bad. Okay, thanks for joining. And if you're just joining, this UF graphics was talking on the matter that said life after school. I was trying to guide students so that they are not going to be victims of real world reality. They are not going to fail in life. They are not going to be stuck or confused, or even being, I don't know, regretting of ever going to school. So that's more like the lessons that we've been doing. And under that, we have a lot of stream sections. I think we have up to 100 and something videos or stream sections that we've created already. So we have a lot of topics that we've treated there, vital and very crucial topics that is really going to impact you. Your family needs to live. I don't get, like, they want to leave Cameroon, or they want to live where precisely, like particularly. Oh, let me get you right. Okay, where do they want to live to, and where are they moving to? Like, my family needs to live. Like, if I'm getting you better, or if I'm to get you better, like, what are you sure trying to? Is it that they're leaving to Cameroon, or they are planning to, I don't know, move outside? I don't just know, like, just try telling me that so as to get you better. Okay, guys. So if was to proceed, you've already proceed. Okay. Oh, on the sense of that, you can just drop it. I will still get to communicate to you. Do you get? So that's for that. Okay, I said we have something very very vital on our thumbnail, and that's what we're more like here to treat. And all these things I've been saying is just more like theory, sorry, more like objective, what we prioritize, what we love to see, and how we're planning to impact to the young adults. So it's just more like a movement, and a serious and a strict movement on that, at that, sorry, and that's our aim. And so yeah, if we're really or getting to what we have today mainly, we said is already in our thumbnail, and we're going to, are you serious? Cameroon, is Cameroon fighting? Wait, I heard somebody saying there is war in a country, but I don't really know the country. Like, it's dangerous in your land. Like, what was really happening? Is it a fight? Like, what was happening in Cameroon? Because me, I'm stuck, and I don't even really know about anything that is happening, because me, I'm not living there. I'm currently in Nigeria, and I'm not too good in listening to news and all of that, so I don't really know. So what was happening? Like what's currently happening in Cameroon? Okay, I'm still waiting for your answer anyways. Okay, let me just proceed. If you just drop, we'll get to. Do you get so? Oh, that's for that. I will say something that we really have, and we're more like getting to it. All right, so we're still waiting for your answers, our Cameroon audience. All right, so we're proceeding. We said, okay, like just like today's stream section topic is financial intelligence, and what we're trying to there just like to reshape student mindset on how they see money, on how they reason, like what it really means, the depth of the word financial intelligence is just more like to inculcate them with appropriate knowledge. So this thing is it will still up them while they're still in school, even when they're out. It's going to make them to know the value of money, how to no work, Jesus. Like, so what are you people going to do? Is your family planning on relocating, like moving to another country, a kind of that? Because if Cameroon is really, what's it called, if it's really dangerous, like you said, yes, it is dangerous in my land. So if it's really dangerous and there is no, like there is no work alongside with it, it's going to really frustrate. And Jesus, like I'm feeling for you. Sorry, sorry, I'm feeling for you. So what is you people's intention? Like what is your family planning to do? Are you people planning to relocate, or still remain, or still look for or a way to figure things out? Like what's the plans? Okay, we're still waiting for the answer, so let's just proceed. I said, of maybe for the sake of people that just joined, we said if you join, you can share your country flag. Let's it kind of hype your country, and so it's our tutorial. So because of talking sense, so do you get that? So you will not to kind of waste your time or anything. So we're still waiting for our replies. You, and we're more like proceeding. Okay, still on that. So we said, this financial intelligence we're really talking about is just more like helping students to see money, see it, financial aspect of money in a different view, and that's what we're really going to achieve in today's life session. So it's just more like correcting their mindsets, what they have already, and they are also like they are going to relearn and relearn things. Do you get? Wow. Alright, now it's okay, it's fine. Maybe just get to connect to us. Maybe on our other social media handle, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Do you get? So any of the social media handle, UF Graphics, just send us hi, and we'll get to talk more better. Do you get? So anyway, thanks for actively participating, and I'm not bad. 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 I already did better. God is helping us. I don't know. I'm not really bad. Anyways, thanks for your concern. I'm not bad. Then how are you doing, you too? I I still hope to say you're not bad. I'm saying from your own side. From I don't know, but you can still tell us how you're doing. Okay. So, we just started, and it seems like we just joined. So, if you have not been following us, my name is UFGRAPHICS, and on our channel, we're talking about life after school lessons, tutorials, trying to guide the young adults, because they said they are said to be the futures of tomorrow. So, we ought to guide their stuff. And I saw I'm still undergraduate, so I'm a kind of still learning. Do you get? And trying to help young adults as well. So this is a great move, and this is something that we really need to actualize. So I really get the, like I don't just know, like we really need to get it. Do you get? So that's more like that. And if we're still entering, or let's just say if we're still hammering deeply on what we have today, okay, we said income versus okay. Firstly is okay the truth about that's what I just did initially by trying to tell students that money is not how much you gain, it's not how much you earn, it's just how much you understand. So there is something about money that is beyond earning, that is beyond just making money. So it's more like understanding it. So that's just like you cannot solve a problem that you don't know. You cannot just solve a problem that you don't know. So if you are really talking about financial intelligence, we're trying to bring it to the future, or what's it called, student notice, to their view, that money is not just about how much you earn, is about how much you understand. And what we're trying to that's first point. And if we're ready to emphasize on that, it's just more like them not okay focusing on making money is there, but it's just like understanding how money works, how to reinvest, how to make plans, how to project yourself and all of those stuff. So it's just something that is necessary to be taken care of. So that's all that. So what's still more like proceeding? What's still more like proceeding? Okay, second we have here is income versus expenses. Income versus expenses. So most of you know what is income. Okay, we're going to be detailing down every single word here. As for income, is just more like the money you get maybe from a work, from you were paid something, maybe you did the work for someone, you were paid. That's income. And a kind of labor, like a return for labor. Like in one of our like what's it called, in one of our class we call it a return for labor. So it's just more like a return for labor, and you worked, so you were paid for it. So that's more like income versus expenses. Expenses is what you spend on your daily living. Your income, like you spend money, that's expenses. You make purchases, you get to purchase goods, you get to purchase things, a lot of things. So that's more like expenses. And we're trying to bring it to the student notice that this is a silent killer. Income versus expenses. Now I'm going to break it down. Now our objective here is just more like telling students that if you if your expenses exceed your income, you're going to remain broke. Mind you, we're trying to guide students on the financial aspect and on the matter that say life after school, because when they are going to get out of the university, most of them are going to face reality. Most of them are going to happen to do a lot of business. Most of them are going to be employees. Do you get? So if they are not taught on what's it called, financial intelligence, they are going to make a lot of mistakes in matter of finance, like in their aspect, in the aspect of finance and all of those stuff. So this is something that we don't want, and that's why we're really teaching this. So they should just get that. And mm, if you just join, or a few people just join now, if you just join, share your country flag, we hype it and we proceed. I don't know. All right, so that's for that. Okay, we still have, okay, just like, okay, the next thing we have is the power of budgeting. Now that means budgeting has power. Like the power of budgeting, if was to emphasize on that, it's just like, okay, like it's just like telling you to control your money, budget at first. If I was to look at the matter of budgeting, it's just like making plans. It has to do with plans, critically or less strictly budgeting yourself for a particular thing, controlling your money. Like that is another word for budgeting, controlling your money. And we said budgeting is like making a preparation, making a proper, that is a proper, that's why it's budgeting, because you don't just spend. We're not just advising students to just spend, you ought to budget. So that's just more like the power of budgeting. Now we said we have simple formula for that. Now we're talking about the power of budgeting under financial intelligence. So we said we have simple formula. Now the simple formula is there is just more like, you okay, now let's just assume you, okay, let's just use 100% for instance. Let's say some a student a student's income or whatever is 100%. Okay, this is where needs and wants comes in. Mind you, I think, okay, let me still say that it's just like in economics, most times there is something they call needs and there's something they call wants. So stop fluctuating. Okay, I was saying something. I said I was talking about the power of budgeting, and I said in power of the budgeting we have a lot to talk about. This is where needs and wants comes in. I said, sorry, in economy, something of that nature, we were taught something like need, and need is just something that you need that you cannot do without. Then want is something that you may want. So that's just the two different things there, need and want. And under the power of budget, so you ought to budget yourself as a student to make appropriate preparation, like appropriate use of your incomes or your money. Do you get? So that's it. And okay, we said we have a simple formula for that, and if we were to emphasize on that formula, it's just like, okay, let's just say the formula is total of 100%. So you're going to be investing 50% on, do you get? Because this is something that you cannot do without, something that you survived on. Do you get? Something that keeps you going. Now that is it. And we said 50% for needs, 30% for wants, then 20% for, like, 20% is just more like saving and investing it more. Now let's just imagine, okay, let's students made 20,000. Yeah, let's assume that a student made 20,000. Such student is expected to save 10,000, sorry, use 10,000 for like purchase wants, sorry, needs. Do you get? This is something that you cannot do without, that the matter of needs. So such students use 20 or 10,000 to maybe purchase needs, something that she cannot do without. Then he now use, what's it called again, okay, he used 20,000, then he now used a kind of 7,000. The student now use something like 7,000 to a kind of purchase wants, because this is something that you want, and we said needs exceed want. So you should learn to prioritize your needs first as a young adult still in school, out from school, because needs is something that you cannot do without. So prioritize your needs first, then before want. Then the last formula there is just more like saving or investing, so as not to lose ground. I don't know, and it will still help you if you get to learn this formula still in school. It's going to still help you in your outside life. Just imagine you spending more than you're earning. That's more like brokenness knocking at the door. Do you get that? You're probably going to be broke. You cannot just spend more than your earning. It's not making sense, and a lot of students don't know this because they are not financially independent, and they don't even know how money works. So they are just all about spending, and if they write on that, like if they continue on that, they are going to be stuck in real life. Like it's going to really affect them. So that's just why it's necessary they learn it and get to know it now. So that's like we have again saving versus investing. This is two different things, and it says to be the like there's big difference between them. There is big difference between saving and investing. Sorry, few people just join, and if you're just joining this UF graphics, share your country flag, let's hype it, and we proceed. So that's more like our rule, what we're doing. So if you're just joining now, get to share your country flag, tell us the name of your country, then we'll hype it for you and we'll proceed. So I you can just, the floor is open for that anyways. Let's just proceed. So if you all feel like just do so like that again. Okay, well, we're talking about saving versus investing, and we say these two different things. Mind you, we were referring to students, young adults. We're trying to help them in life by imparting them with knowledge. Knowledge is power. If they know better, they live better, so as not to be victims of life challenges or whatever that comes after school. So that's just like what we're trying to get. And under that, we'll be saying a lot for the sake of people that are just joining now. And part of what we're still saying is saving versus investing. We say saving and investing is these two different things. Now, saving is just more like you keeping money in one place, like you keeping your money in a particular place. That's you all know what saving means now. Like if I said I'm saving money, it's not really yielding anything. It's just like me putting my money on the one place. It's just like caging it. Do you get? So that's more like a definition of saving is more like caging it, putting it somewhere. And if we're talking about investing is more like, okay, we said what's it called, saving is more like protecting money, you're saving it. Now investing is more like, what's it called, investing is more like growth. Investing is dependent or depend, I don't know, it has to do with growth because you're investing, and probably if you invest on something, you're ought to, like, you're meant to get gain. Do you get? You're probably going to gain from it. Moreover, if you save money, you're not going to gain anything. Like it's still going to be the same amount. Now imagine someone that saved 100,000 within a year. Now that's still 100,000. Like if you happen to save 100,000 within a year, that's 100,000. No different, no add up, no extra money on it. But if you happen to invest 100, you probably is going to get to maybe 150 or 200. So this is just like two different things, and we're like trying to split it out so that you get to understand the difference between saving and investing. And that's what we're really talking about here. You see, saving is just more like protecting your money, like keeping it one place. Now investing is more like investing it in things, getting to, and we said it's just more like, what's it called, okay, Nigerian context is just more like the following stuff that relates to that. Now, if you're talking about investing, maybe you're going to invest it in POS business or mini importing, like importing small goods, online marketing, all of those stuff. So this is all something that has to do with or investing, and a kind of this you can probably do that with that. So you can be doing mini or what they call mini importing, like importing, and there's what they call pre-order in my country. I don't know if you know it. So it's just more like pre-order. If someone orders for go and buy, it's not as if you're selling it to, like, you're going to just post it, you have it, probably you don't have it, so that's just the technique is there. And maybe if the person requested or request for it, you just go and get it for the person. So that's just more like that. And we have again here, we say something like multiple stream of income. Multiple stream of income. If you're talking about multiple stream of income, what we're just trying to gain, or we're just like telling students escape from, I don't know, escape brokenness, like escape from being broke. Multiple stream of income. It's just like diverse, like getting or in what's it called, getting interest. No, that's not interest, like getting income in a diverse way, and that's more like doing diverse business. And a student can equally do this and still earn, so it's not something that is magic. So it's just more like multiple stream income. We call it stream income, just like it can be a business, it can be a skill, it can be anything, but it's just more like. And why we're saying multiple stream of income, why we're really advising students on multiple stream of income, just like every, like most times things can fluctuate, like most times things can change, a lot can cause a lot to change. That's why we say depending on a particular business for as a student is risky. The same thing applicable to depending on your result alone is also risky, because if you depend on it alone and you feel not to be employed by the government, by the states, all of those things, you're going to be left with nothing, and by then that you don't have skill. That's why we said students don't depend on certificates alone. Have you seen the reason? These are the necessary reasons why we say that, because things can change tomorrow, and if you don't have a plan. I'm back. My network was fluctuating, my but I just try fixing a bit. I don't know, I just pray that you don't, like, dot network, please allow me to stopping my stream. You should just want my, I just know what's wrong with it. Just stop disturbing my network. I just hope it obeyed. So I was saying something on that, what's it called? Under multiple stream of income. We are more like escape broke life. Like we're more like telling students to escape broke life. And escaping broke life has to do with school also, because you can still be a student and be broke. You can still be an undergraduate student and still be broke. I was saying, so is not something that has this particular period or time that is coming. So we're more like telling students to escape broke life on the matter of what's it called, multiple income stream. So let me just say a few things there before we jump into the next thing. Now we said multiple income stream is just like telling students get a lot of business doing, get a lot of things doing, so that even if one fails, the rest is still going to a kind of cater for you. The rest is still going to take care of you, like it's still going to feed you. You're not going to, like, you're not going to fuel it more, like that. Just it's just like when you have one thing, you don't have anything, because if it fails, you're left with nothing. Have you seen the emphasis? So it's just more like multiple income stream. They can learn a skill, they can set up businesses. It's just okay. Now if we were to give a practical example of that, okay, let's just say a student, and we said this things is you can equally start small. So you are not expected, or not just more like there is this same section stream with you, or more like telling students start early. No, because starting early, there's difference between starting and starting early. Two different things. So if we're really hammering on income stream and multiple income stream, we're telling students multiple income streams is very okay. And sorry, you have a lot of advantage and a lot of things like to benefit from it, because you're not easily going to be stuck in life, you're not easily going to be or left with nothing, confused and all of those stuff. So you're still going to remain. That's just the emphasis. And we're hammering on something else that said, okay, debt and financial trap. Now there's two different things between debt and financial trap. Now just more like, I don't know, I saw it, I was funny. They said we have, what's it called, we have something like good debt and bad debt. So it one can be owing good debts as well, one can as well owe bad debt. So this is one more like two different things, and we're going to look into it more. Now just like okay, what we're trying to aim here is just like trying to make students to what's it called, like to prevent students from financial mistakes, from them making financial mistakes, because there is something called financial mistakes. And financial mistake is just like when student fails to or utilize their money, when they feel, because we're already hammering on financial intelligence, so we're going to impart, trying to communicate every sense, every knowledge that has to do with money. And this, we're talking about debt and financial trap. There is two difference in between debts and financial trap, and that's what we're probably explaining here. We said debt is just more like, oh, you're owing, you get like stuff like that, your debt, like you're a debtor. Do you get now? Financial trap is just more like mistake, I don't know, is a trap. So this is these are just two different things, and we're trying to aim there to prevent students from making financial mistakes. And if we're really giving an example of financial mistakes, it's just like, okay, just like students spending more than they are earning. And maybe, for example, maybe, okay, students earn 30K. Okay, student earn 30K, and okay, he or she have purchased shawarma, purchased clothes, purchased a lot of things. Do you get? Maybe having the mind of impressing somebody. Now this is, okay, in other words, you can call it fake life, I don't know. That's what or debts, and that's what a financial trap really means, trying to impress somebody, trying to live the life that you don't have, trying to live other people's life. And we said the net or the things that can really cause this is more like peers pressures from people, like peer pressures from family, all of those stuff, from social media. Like just like a student that graduated, and you're seeing most of your friends, maybe you have not started work, you have not started earning, and you start seeing people on your age bracket, people that you senior, making, being successful, celebrating achievement and all of those stuff. And most of the times what you're already seeing is packaging, scott packaging, because there is this wrong thing about social media. It doesn't show work, it just shows achievement. It's just like, okay, now let me use myself for instance. It's just like I'm streaming, and it gets to a point I'm going to start teaching a lot of students, thousands, millions, and billions of students around the world. And that's what people is going to start posting. I see people will just start posting this boy teaching a lot of students. Now somebody that doesn't know my, what's it called, my origin, or where when I started, will just be like, this boy is blowing, like what was my own fate, like why am I not? Do you get? So the person is going to be confused and start blaming him or herself, or questioning his or her words. That's why I say social media, there is this confusion, it translates or pass through people. That is more like celebration, I don't know, it doesn't brings out the foundation or the process of that success. It just shows the success to people. And that's where a lot of adults are being stuck, because a lot of them are going to just feel that life is just not treating them fair and all of those stuff. So that's just more like it. Okay, we just explained that part, and we said a lot of people borrow money to impress people. A lot of people get into debt. That's financial mistakes. If I'm if I'm correct, a lot of people borrow money to influence people, to impress people, and a lot of people get to purchase things that normally they wouldn't have, or they are not up to purchase, and they are going to suffer later and cry. I don't know. So that is just more like a wrong mindset to live, or a wrong thing to advise students. And students, if you're doing it, you're probably going to, or what's it called, shift, or let's just say get out from it, because she's going to lead you into big trouble. So we have again, okay, building wealth as a student. This more like action plan, because here what we do in our stream section is that we bring a problem, we scatter it, like we kind of split it, and we tell you the challenges, what it can really lead, like the problems in it. And as well, lastly, we tell you the solution, more like way out. Do you get? So more like the action stuff. So on the matter of financial intelligence,